Hey guys, HANMEDITATIONS here, and I'm so excited to bring you guys a new meditation album.
Entranced to Serenity, streaming now on all platforms. See you there.
Alright guys, the holidays are over, so now what are you going to do? You have to remember this, that even when the holidays are going on, you still have to be vigilant, you still have to be disciplined in your practices, because it's easy to fall off your practices. It's easy for you to just wake up one day and say, you know what, it's Christmas, I'm just going to sit around, I'm not going to do anything all day. I'm not saying you have to be meditating for 8 hours on Christmas, isolated away from your family, not talking to them, but the bottom of the line is, you still have to do your work. You still have to be journaling. You still have to take time to meditate one day, at least continue to be positive, because what happens with a lot of people is they go back home, they get back in their old ways, they get dragged in with old friends, you view them a certain way, and then they're in that way, they're stuck in that mode and in that reality, and their frequency drops because of it. They're out drinking every night, they're going crazy on the alcohol, the drugs. That is not what you want to do. Now, you can have a little bit of fun. My birthday is December 21st, and it's the winter solstice, the shortest day of the day of the year, right before the days start to get longer, more light comes in. That's the precipice of my birthday, that day, where it shows that the world is getting more positive after that day, because that day is the last day where it's dark and gloom, or whatever you want to say, because that's how it is in winter, when the days get shorter up until December 21st, then they get longer. Yeah. So we went out, we had fun, we had a couple drinks. We don't drink at all, but that night it was a special occasion. One of my friends was in town. I literally haven't drinking in years. So I just decided, hey, we're going to go out and have a couple drinks. And we had a great time. We went to see the orchestra, the Cleveland Orchestra, who's one of the best in the world. It was a fantastic night. But even during that time, we still were working on Christmas. We were still recording videos. There's been a flu going around. So, just remember to stay vigilant.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like the more days you take off with your regular routines, the harder it feels to get back into it. So once you kind of go off, it'll feel so daunting to just say, do a workout, do a 30-minute spiritual practice, work for a full work day, whatever it may be. Once you're cut off from it, it seems like such a daunting task. But as soon as you do it for one day, I don't know about you guys, but at least this is how I feel. It's like you get that one day back in. It might feel hard for that one day, but once you do get that one day, you just like, you want to keep doing it. You're like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. I need this every day. Like tomorrow I'm going to feel worse if I don't do it compared to doing it. Yeah. So everything is all about consistency. And this time of year, there's always a big push for, the New Year's are coming around. And of course, as Han mentioned, it's just kind of natural to get a little more slack around those Christmas days if you celebrate, or just the holidays. I mean, there's a break from school. There's a break for work if you go to work. All these things, you have family events to go to, getting you away from your normal grind, your normal tasks, your normal everyday life throughout the rest of the year. And then Christmas comes and you did all that, and then you just feel like, well, New Year's is coming up. New Year's resolutions, I'll just be lazy this week. It's fine. I'm going to be a total brand new person. Magically, when it strikes January 1st, I will be a brand new person. Yeah. So who cares what I do this week?
I'm telling you right now, you can't afford to wait. You can't afford to wait one instant in time, because you're just wasting your time, and you're wasting your life away every time you're waiting and waiting and waiting. You're waiting on something to happen. You can't catch momentum if you're not doing the work now, if you're not waiting now, because there's people out there that aren't waiting now. If you're being your best self, then you wouldn't wait now. You wouldn't wait till the new year. You wouldn't wait and see, maybe this is going to happen. Maybe that's going to happen. No, you need to do it now. Because all time is now. You need to put that momentum into the new year, and then you can fly up and truly be where you want to be. But you can't do that if you're not working right now, if you're not doing what you need to do right now. You have to put the work in now. You can't wait until the new year and then hope that by some kind of new year magic, you're going to be the best person that you need to be. You're going to be the ultimate version of yourself. It doesn't work that way. You need to do it right now, and you need to get up. You need to stop being lazy and do it. Whatever you said you're going to do, whether you're going to work out, whatever, you need to do it tonight. You need to do it to now. You should have done it last week. You can't wait and do this kind of stuff later and later in life. You have to keep doing it. That's why we're saying, even though it's good as holidays, you should be excited to get back up on the grind and say, you know what, okay. Because it is good sometimes to take a little time off. Mm-hmm. I'm talking 1 day, 2 days.
Right.
Maximum.
Exactly.
Because if I take more than 2 days off, I feel like I'm out of my mind. Like I have to put that work in. I have to.
And as we always say, all time is now. And that is the reality, whether you see it or not. It is the reality. And it's just like one of those things where the more you respect the reality of the now, and the more you live within that true perception of the now, the more it'll respect you back in a way. It's probably one of the fundamental laws of the universe, such as law of attraction, such as law of excitement, such as gravity. These things we can't see, but all of these energies interweaving throughout the universe that make the universe what it is. Meaning, when you keep procrastinating, when you keep saying, forget now, I know what I am now, but on this day, I'm going to change. You're putting things off. You're not respecting the now, because everything is the now. So if you have something in your mind that needs to be done, a certain way that you want to be, a certain thing that you need to do, you're not respecting the now. If you're not saying, I actually need to do this now.
If you're not doing it now, you're not respecting the now, because you're not living in the now. You're living in the future. You're living in a time that doesn't exist. How could you get what you want now if you're living in a time that doesn't exist and has never existed? You have to really think in that way and understand in that way, because you're not doing it now. So you live in a reality that doesn't exist. You live in a fairy tale world that does not exist. And you have to know that and tell yourself that in order to really put that momentum forward, like Kelly just said, and do it now. Otherwise, you're not living in the now. And if now is the only time there is, and you're living in a time that doesn't exist. Don't live in a time that doesn't exist. Do it now, right now. Do it today. Do it yesterday. Do it now, because when you do it now, you're going to get that momentum. So that's what you guys need to be doing. And
if you put a future date on something that you know deep in your heart you could do now, you should do now, but you're putting it off on a future date, you're essentially making it exist in an eternal void.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to exist. The only existence is now. And obviously that's just kind of being cheeky, but
that's absolutely right. And what a lot of people don't want to talk about is, so Kelly and we're entrepreneurs, okay? So there's a lot of people that they want to start their own businesses. They want to really lock in and hone their own companies in, start their own business, start getting clients. And just so you know, this is 444. You know,
didn't that happen one of the last episodes?
Yeah, this is very synchronistic stuff, guys, going on. Just so you're aware. Anyways,
just so you know.
Anyways, so, and we don't even have like a clock in here. I just happen to see it on Kelly's phone, but that's how it works out all the time. Anyways, so as I was saying, there's a lot of people that work. They just work, you know, they work for someone else. They get up early. They're working so hard for someone else. But whenever it comes to their own business, their own company, whenever it comes to doing it for themselves, they just cannot bring themselves to do it. So that right there is a self-respect problem. You don't have respect for yourself, but you have respect for somebody else. So you'll get up early for somebody else. You'll do whatever your boss says, but you won't do it for yourself. And you need to realize and have an introspective moment where you realize, hey, I need to take accountability for myself and realize that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing for myself. And I need to realize and see what that reason is, why I don't want to do it. Maybe I don't want it bad enough. Maybe I'm just destined to be a worker. Maybe I'm not cut out to be a boss. Maybe I'm not cut out to have my own company. Maybe that's what I want to do. So you have to really think about it and really put that into perspective and say, why am I not doing the work for myself? Why am I okay with doing it with somebody else and not doing it for myself?
Yeah, I mean, there's leaders and there's followers, and not everyone is a natural leader. That's okay. That's just the way it is. But if you do want to be a business owner, you do want to go the entrepreneur route, you essentially have to be a good leader, because even if you are just a one-man show for your business at first, you're still the leader of yourself. And that's really, really important. And that's why when people start an entrepreneur journey, pretty much right from the beginning, how they act with themselves, how much, discipline they have for themselves goes out and shows how good of a leader they will be. Because if you can't manage yourself, you can't manage a whole team of staff.
Exactly.
So you can't motivate yourself to do the things you want to do. So that's point A.
You guys, leadership is very important, as Kelly's saying. If you can't lead yourself, then you can't lead anybody else. You're going to lead yourself to a path of destruction. That's why if you're a woman, it's important who your man is, because your man is going to be the leader that's going to lead you down a good path or a bad path. So you have to choose wisely. So, and men, if you're out here and you're leading these women down the wrong way, that's your fault. If your woman isn't acting a certain way, that's your fault. You never want to be in a forceful manner in any kind of way, but you have to lead in a gentle and a beautiful and a harmonious, synchronistic way. So as Kelly was saying, a lot of times, if you're not meeting with yourself every day, what can I do to improve? If you're not self-reflecting, if you're not looking upon your past decisions, your past actions, and saying, this is what I did right here, this is what I did wrong here, I can improve in this facet right here, I can get better right here, I know I can maximize this at least 20% in this area. If you're not doing that, then you're not going to get better. If you just keep doing the same thing over and over, you're not even reflecting, you're not even looking at yourself, you're not going to get better. It's the same thing whenever Kelly and I started this podcast, we started this channel. I was looking back at every single video, listening to myself, oh, I made a mistake here. I said here. I said this too many times. I said stuff too many times. Why am I doing this right here? I'm gonna stop doing that this time. I'm gonna go into a better flow next time. I'm gonna analyze myself every single time and get better and better in every single way, every single day. So if you look back at our old videos, our old podcasts, we've gotten so much better at speaking, so much better at doing what we're doing because we're self-reflecting and analyzing. And that's the same thing with every business we have. Your business shouldn't get harder and harder. Eventually, it should get smoother and smoother. And that's with every business we have. Every business that we do, it gets smoother and smoother to where it's like, wow, this is getting better and better. We're developing new mechanisms. We're putting in place different things so that it can get smoother each time.
Yeah. I mean, and just going back to the whole leader follower thing, not everyone's meant to be a leader, and that's okay. Some people are really, really good and thrive in an environment where they're being told what to do. Mm-hmm. And we need people like that, frankly. The world does need to run with both types of people. But when it comes to the business route, entrepreneur route, just for the points we made already, you have to be able to be a leader, and you have to have really good self-discipline. And we're the kind of people who believe like entrepreneur has really always come natural for us, but we believe that everyone has something out there, especially in this day and age. It's about to be 2024.
Yes.
The economy is crazy. There is something out there that you can teach yourself, that you can actually be passionate about, actually enjoy, learn it on your own, completely online, YouTube University, whatever it may be. Don't have to go to college for. You can learn it, you can easily do it, and you can make money online from your home. There's something out there for everyone.
Skillshare, university.com. There's all these kind of different websites to teach people how to get money and do whatever. But Kelly and I, we've all just gone to YouTube and learned everything that we needed to learn. Seriously. And if you want to be a good leader, what you need to do is, number one, you need to start looking and doing research. Go out through history, find out who Rockefeller was, find out who these different leaders are. Maybe you're a Napoleon fan. Maybe, whoever you like, actually look at these leaders and how they led people. And then what you need to do is you need to try and find someone in your life that can mentor you. You need to find a mentor that's doing exactly what you want to do, that's living the way that you want to live, and see if they can mentor you and show you what they did to be successful and succeed in this reality. So a lot of people want mentors and they don't have them, but they don't even know that they want them. They just know that they want this thing and they will need to inquire, but they don't have anybody showing them. But not everybody needs a mentor. I mean, I didn't really need a mentor. I don't know who would be my mentor, because we've learned everything essentially on our own. I mean, my parents are entrepreneurs, but they're not working day to day in our business, not even close. But they have helped us in that mindset area for sure. So, yeah. But a lot of people just have to realize that and understand that's how you become a leader. You have to learn it. You have to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to start out slow, and then you'll get better and better as time progresses. So,
yeah, I mean, just a traditional leader, let's say in the sense of like a king, a president, a national ruler, they still have a cabinet, a group of people around them, advisors. Not everyone can do it all with just their own mind.
Yeah, and that brings me, I say it all the time, but you are who your friends are. If you're hanging out with people that are complete losers, you're a loser. That's just the truth. If you're hanging out with losers, why do you think they're hanging out with you? Because you're a loser. If you're hanging out with your friends, all your friends are overweight, I'm sure you're overweight. If you're hanging out around with your friends, all of them go to the gym, I'm sure you go to the gym, you're fit. If you're hanging out with friends who are all millionaires, if you're not a millionaire, you'll be the next one. Because there's a vibratory match to that energy.
Connection.
And there's a connection to that energy. And having that energy, people don't understand. And you can tap into that energy so easily and so quickly that your life will transform immediately. You just have to tap into that energy. You have to desire it, not want it. You have to desire it so much, so thoroughly, so almost forcefully that you're going to get what you need to get no matter what. At any given time, nothing can stop you. If you can't be stopped, then you can't be stopped. If you cannot be stopped, you cannot be stopped in any realm by anyone, by any force. I'm going to get what I'm going to get, and I'm going to get it now, and I'm going to manifest it right here and right now. That's how Manifest Destiny started, this country, the United States, and that's how everything works in this reality. You tap into the energy, and you force it by sheer will from the energy of God that is within you. That is how you handle that energy. So
anything can be manifested in this physical reality.
So a lot of people right now in this given time, they're getting the flu, they're getting sick. So how do we combat that, Kelly? Because we had a little flu or some kind of cough, there's something going around, and we were able to get over it quick. So I just want to give people some kind of information, some health tips to maybe help them if you're going through this. Number one, you need to stay hydrated. You need to drink more water than you've ever drinking in your life, and you need to really flush that out. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was telling Kelly, and that really helped you, didn't it?
Yes. Water, I mean, just go back to the basics, what we all know we should be doing all the time anyway. So drink a lot of water, get extra rest. You have no idea how much your body heals during your sleep.
An extra hour is huge.
Let yourself get that rest. It makes such a difference.
It really does.
And
eat right, eat clean.
Yeah, exactly. Eat right, whatever you kind of do for vitamins, whether it is through an actual food diet or if you have to take vitamins, or there's various things you can do, such as like powdered organic greens that you put into water. These are things we talked about here and there.
Our powdered greens, we take beet juice, and we take vitamins as well. So you have to do that while drinking the water and eating very clean, and you will flush it out of your system. And you have to keep the mindset. Never walk around saying you're sick and never act like you're sick, because if you acknowledge the sickness within, then immediately you're acknowledging that sickness is God, and then that is what you are worshiping in that very moment. So you cannot acknowledge that you are sick at any given time. I don't believe in sickness. I don't believe I can be sick at any point, because I don't even see myself as a physical body. If you see yourself as a physical body, then you're already doomed in that sense. Obviously, you're not doomed forever, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, and anyone can give themselves self-Reiki. Even if you're not officially trained, I'll just go over really quickly what anyone can do at any given time. But I 100% want to start teaching Reiki online classes, because I think...
You're going to start teaching.
Yes, I'm going to start teaching that in 2024. Because I think everyone in the world should at least be trained on level 1 Reiki, and that is learning to do it on yourself. Actually, everyone should be trained in level 2 Reiki, because that's when you learn distance.
Reiki in general.
Yeah, everyone should have it, because anyone can do it, and it's pretty much just having a holistic, what do I want to say, like a medical kit that you keep at your house, like with bandages and stuff. This is how you do it spiritually. So if you ever want to give yourself healing Reiki, you can do it, because we have heart, palm chakras in the middle of our hands. They're chakra points. So the same as our heart chakra, we have these here in the middle of our hands. Jesus himself said it. If you read Walking with Jesus by Dolores Cannon, channeled content, and that's not only a place where you can get this information, but it was channeled from him. He told, well, I won't spoil it, but he said it. So that, as we all know, he did so many healings, very well known for it. And he said it in this. And it is true because that's why when artists get really, really sad and they can kind of delve into their work, it's because they're channeling that through their hands and create something beautiful for the world. So what you want to do is step 1, imagine white light surrounding you, your whole body, within your body, everywhere in your body. Really, you want to imagine the most powerful is a white pyramid of light. So your whole body is encompassed in there. We always want to be working with a white light. Yeah, that's what Dolores Cannon said in the QHHD classes.
She says is most powerful.
Well, that's what they told her. They, which is the
Everything
beings of
is
light.
a permission slip.
It's true.
It's not just a pyramid. It's whatever you feel comfortable with.
I like to just imagine the body surrounded, kind of like a aura.
I personally like to just imagine my entire body, just a silhouette, is filled with the energy.
Okay.
But at times I do imagine a pyramid, just different things at different times. But really whatever fits for you is going to be right. But you have to start going on your own information at some point. We love Dolores Cannon, but, you get your own information too.
That's
so
true.
whatever you feel is right, you have to go with that. So we can tell you what we think is the best and what we experience and what we've been told from our higher minds, but people are going to have different things that, they're being told to do and what works the best with them and visualizing it. So if you're on this channel, you're more intuitive than you realize. But what I like to do when I'm meditating, I like to visualize. I don't necessarily visualize the white light energy. I do, but whenever I'm really in a powerful state of manifestation, I envision the end result. So if I'm not feeling well, I envision that I'm, running, I'm feeling great, I'm doing everything, and I'm already in the moment where it's already passed, and I'm feeling that high vibratory energy in that moment, and I'm feeling grateful and gratitude for being healthy and being as healthy as possible, my body working in the perfect amount in that moment. That's what I'm visualizing. That's what I'm thinking. My body's working perfectly. Everything is working great. Thank you for this. I feel so good in this very moment. I feel so energized. I feel so great. I feel like I could explode with energy. I feel like I could run across the world right now. And whether you feel like that or not, if you're saying it and if you're feeling it in that moment, then it will manifest.
Yeah, there's many different ways. Of course, visualizing is wonderful. But to finish my steps, first is imagining the white light and what's best for you. And white light is the most powerful in the universe. So that's one. And then you
what
just
about yellow? No, I'm just kidding.
White light. So then you want to get heart centered. Just feel your heart, and it's just a feeling, and you'll know it when you just let go of fear, let go of any negativity, just anything. Just feel yourself get heart-centered. It sounds maybe like, how do I do that? But it's just as simple as that. Just feel your heart. Get heart-centered. Don't think too deep into it. From there, feel that kind of spread out to your hands. I can literally feel them heating up right now. You will feel energy start to come out from your hands. And from there, you could just hold your hands like this. But if there's any particular area, if there's any particular area you want to touch, maybe your throat is sore, just put your hands there. Typically, you want to keep like a mitten, a closed mitten with thumbs in too. So all fingers together and just place them there or wherever you want to go. You can also just keep them on your heart.
Cool.
And for as long as you feel like you want to, just send that energy to yourself. Very simple, very effective.
All right. That's awesome, Kelly.
So do you believe in, do you do New Year's resolutions, Han?
Me? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never.
Do you do any
Never.
New Year reflection?
No.
New Year dream?
No.
New Year goals?
No. No. Because if you do it every day, then you're not doing it for the new year. If you're constantly thinking about goals and reflecting, then you don't need to do it for the new year. All time is now. See, a lot of people say all time is now, but they don't actually believe it.
Yeah.
They're thinking, oh, in the new year, I'm going to do this. In the new year, I'm going to do that. I'm thinking all time is now. So if I'm doing it now, then I'm doing it. If not, then I'm not doing it yet.
Yeah, I agree. But me, I'm a bit of a planner. I use Notion.
You do it?
In ways.
Oh my gosh. No.
I wouldn't
Kelly.
call them New Year's
Kelly,
resolutions.
No.
But see, the thing is, as we get closer to this new day, I'm already reflecting. I'm already thinking about these things. And this is something I do at the end of every month. I have a thing in my Notion where I do a last month reflection. I make goals for the new month. And during this new year, I like to just kind of think of like, okay, what are the things that last year I didn't do so good at? I want to get better at. What are like my focus words maybe? There's no set thing for me. It's just kind of whatever I'm feeling. But I know for this new year, 2024, what I really want to be focused on is discipline and organization. Those are my two big things because I feel like if I have that down, there's really nothing that can stop me. Yeah,
you're pretty good at organizing, and obviously I'm joking.
I fell off sometimes.
I'm joking to an extent. I mean, if you like to do that, like your New Year thing or whatever, go ahead and do it. Like I was saying with the Dolores Cannon and stuff, it's really just what works for you. I just like to joke around a lot and play around. So I mean, if you guys think I'm being serious about some stuff, I'm joking. Like I joke around all the time.
A lot.
So don't take it too seriously.
I mean, hey, there's an energy clearly around certain dates and times of the years. I mean, look at your birthday, winter solstice, 12/21, It's clearly these energies and certain
I think that's just more of a personal message to you. You know, like my birthday, what it represents is 12/21. 2012 was supposed to be the end of the world, the end of the Mayan calendar. But what it truly represented was the last day where the world was more negative than positive. Now it's more positive than negative. So now more light is starting to come in after that day. It's even, and then more light starts to come in. That's what that day represents. And through the past life regressions, we found out what I do like to do at sleep, what I like to do when I'm sleeping. We're going to do a whole nother episode on this because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. But what I like to do when I'm sleeping is facilitate enlightenment through different beings and through different energy pathways. So, and it makes sense because that's what I like to do in this life too. So I like to show people a different perspective mentally, and I like to help people in any way I can in that sort of regard. So it's just very interesting, and that coincides with the birthday as well as letting the light in, letting that more light in and changing energy. And I have that kind of energy where I can change and do whatever I need to do. So it's very interesting, but we have so many stories to tell you guys, but man, this was a quick episode because we wanted to just talk about the new year and, now that the holidays are over, give you guys some advice and help you. But stay tuned. We're still dropping episodes every week. So we love you guys, and we'll definitely see you in the next one.
Happy New Year, blessings, 2024. You can just feel it. There's some big things about to happen in the spiritual world, in the world in 2024. And we wish you the best. And thank you for being along this journey with us.
All right, guys. See you later. Hey guys, Han Meditations here, and I'm so excited to bring you guys a new meditation album.
Entranced to Serenity, streaming now on all platforms. See you there.